This morning, Republican Senator Tim Scott is expected to officially enter the presidential race. He filed paperwork last week in hopes of becoming the first black person to win a Republican presidential nomination. Our political correspondent Ava Joy Burnett is in Charleston, South Carolina this morning, where Senator Scott will make his announcement. Ava Joy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jay. So Senator Tim Scott, he's expected to make the announcement, as you mentioned, right here on his home turf. He was born and raised here in North Charleston, South Carolina. He went to this university. He held state and local government offices here in the state. So really, this will be a friendly crowd of about 1,000 people who are expected to be here. But as you know, he is entering a really crowded field. Former President Donald Trump has already declared that he will be running for president in 2024. Also, the former governor of the state, Nikki Haley, and UN ambassador, the person who appointed Senator Scott to his Senate seat back in 2012, she too is running. So this will be a really crowded field. But the senator, he really will be honing in on his conservative values, talking about the fact that he grew up poor here, but he was able to overcome that. And he really will be competing for endorsements and financial support. And speaking of endorsements, the number 3 Republican in the U.S. Senate, Senator John Thune, he's expected to be here to endorse the senator. He's the first person on the rundown of events today to start with the prayers. About a few weeks ago, I should say, when Senator Tim Scott announced that he will be forming an exploratory committee, he talked about why he believes he should be president. This is something that he was looking into at the time, and here's what he said then.
You know, one of the things I've learned and continue to learn on my Faith in America tour is what the people actually want, what they're saying. They are starved for hope. They consistently respond positively to a message anchored in conservatism that is optimistic and positive. And so I will tell you that the more I travel, the more excited I am about where I am in the race and why we started the exploratory committees, because of the success of the Faith in America time that we've had on the campaign trail.
So that was a few weeks ago, and in about 4 hours or so, we're expected to hear from the senator, Senator Scott, to talk about the possibility of him running. The stage is set. About 1,000 people are expected here. And just a little bit of history for you. Remember, 2 of the last 3 presidents were former senators, so he really is in good company here. And later this week, he will be going to some of those key early GOP primary states, including New Hampshire and Iowa. Of course, we will be watching everything, and as the setup continues here, we'll be keeping an eye on what happens here, Jay.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of love from South Carolina. Both Republican Senators John Thune and Mike Rounds throwing their support behind Tim Scott. Political correspondent Ava Joy Burnett, live from Charleston, head of Senator Scott's expected campaign announcement. Thank you.